Welcome, everyone, to the Everything Show. I am your host, Matrixlord212, and I'm with Scott. What's up, Scott?
Hello.
Okay, so we got some news going on. One of them being that there is a third Ant-Man movie that is already in discussion.
Damn.
We kind of figured that because
Yeah.
they don't really...
The first one was good and it made its money, and the second one, it hasn't come out yet, but it sounds good with having two wasps per se.
We're from like a thing which trilogy. You always do three Captain Americas, three Thors. Of course, you try to do more than that, but you never go just one and two. It's always got to be three or more. So, and they do expect that the Ant-Man and the Wasp is going to be really a top movie, and they have massive plans for the two. So I think that is excellent, and I am looking forward to that. Now, also, one news came out that Chris Hemsworth is interested in doing another Thor, and he thinks that he can get through to Hugh Jackman to
That's what I saw too.
Wolverine in a Thor movie.
Now that would be interesting. Ooh, Wolverine shows up on Asgard, maybe.
Well, maybe it'll be Wolverine. Well, no, after Infinity War, they're going to be on Earth probably. But there is no Asgard. Asgard's going to be on Earth. But it could be maybe. What if you think about this for a second? What if you do a Hulk movie, right?
Ooh,
and you have Wolverine appear in the Hulk movie as a debut, like the comic 181, and they're fighting.
And remember, they also did an animated thing with Hulk, Thor, and Wolverine on top of that. So
maybe they could introduce Wolverine with the Hulk movie. How big would that be? Where they're fighting to the death almost. And
also, they're going to possibly even throw in the Wendigo, because remember, if I remember right, in that series, the Wendigo's made an appearance.
So that would be a great Hulk movie. That's the way you could top Hulk, is put Wolverine in the Hulk movie and then go at it. And then you could lead him into an Avengers movie.
Yeah.
Which would be fantastic. You could always say that Thanos split the universe and that maybe X-Men were always part of the MCU.
Yeah.
You know. So I'm all for that. I'm all for but now there's also this other thing that came out with ABC, which they're kind of concerned with, because again, if you remember, ABC wanted to cancel S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
And then they were told they couldn't.
Because that's pretty much their flagship to the big screen in a way.
Yeah, so we continue to be very excited about what we're doing with S.H.I.E.L.D. The creative this season, I honestly think, has been the strongest. Okay. They feel this season's going to be great. They're really looking forward to hearing ideas for the next season. But they said that they're going to make a decision. Because, in other words, I don't think this time their decision could be influenced by Disney this time.
The problem with S.H.I.E.L.D. is this. It was decent during the first season, but I think what people were expecting was seeing a lot of the Marvel characters from the big screen have a cameo in some way, not just like, oh, there's news footage. They were really expecting, oh, there's Thor, there's Cap, there's Black Widow to pop in every now and then, or have the S.H.I.E.L.D. folks show up in one of the big screen movies and have it revealed that Coulson really didn't die. And once they saw that, it's like, oh.
See, I always was the mindset what Joss Whedon made it, that it's kind of an alternate reality. So that's why they never tie in with the movies, because in this universe he's alive, but in the real MCU he's dead.
Yeah.
And I think that if you brought him in, it would kind of be tricky, because then they feel that they were played by Nick Fury. I don't know if it would work, So I don't know if you could ever have Coulson in the movies anymore. I don't know. It's going to be hard. It's going to be difficult, but I don't know if they could do that. We also got word that Runaways is renewed in Hulu. That's the Marvel show. And also Seth Rogen's answer to Last Starfighter called Future Man was renewed for another season as well.
That's good.
Again, I have to see.
Comes back around February, so I'm happy about that. That's what we're on.
Now, Sony's trying to get Vin Diesel to be a superhero in Valiant, which is kind of tricky because Marvel is probably going to be pissed because Sony has the Valiant comic universe now.
Yeah, I'm trying to think who he could play, and I can't think
Bloodshot, they said. Bloodshot, I believe they want him to play. And again, please excuse me because I'm not familiar with the Valiant universe. I know that there is a Valiant universe with comic books. Yeah. But I've never really read any of them.
I may have read one or two just in passing a few years ago, but I couldn't tell you what one it was now.
They said the series Bloodshot. They want him to play Bloodshot in Valiant, which, you know what? Honestly, I don't think that Valiant is going to take off, and I think that's bad form for Sony to have another comic universe besides Spider-Man. They did that as a backup plan, but I think ultimately Marvel is pissed about that.
I would love to see them bring back Witchblade. That would be awesome.
Now,
because we had Yancey Butler back in the 90s or early 2000s, and that was good. But of course, I know they'd have to change the character somewhat still.
Now, I'm going to end this cast quickly on a sour note. We got word tonight that ABC wants to do the greatest Indian American superhero.
They're going to bring in
a female Indian American.
Okay, a woman from actually India.
Indian American.
Okay.
Which she's going to be the greatest American hero, but Indian American hero. Yeah. You know, you wait decades for something and then they screw it up with something stupid like that. It's such a social justice warrior nonsense. Why don't they just listen? Greatest American Hero. I mean, look, the last time when they made the Greatest American Hero female, it got canceled.
It was just a debut. They just showed the promo for it.
No, they showed. They didn't show the promo. They did. They were going to do episodes.
Yeah.
I think it was 2 episodes or something. And
I didn't know it was 2. I thought there was just
something like that. Either pilot, but nobody wanted it.
That's all I know about.
Listen, I mean, I know people want to be diverse, but I mean, if everything else ain't working for ABC, for like, you know, Shield and Ghost Rider and Humans, like, why are you bothering with that? Why don't you just? And they want to do Jetsons too, but they want to do a weird twist with the Jetsons also, which is stupid too.
Well, DC's doing the Jetsons now in their comic book, so
yeah, they kind of made them weird too. Them and Flintstones and all that. Before we go to, I want to give a quick update on the box office. Only a few movies we're going to cover. That being that we have Jumanji is at 524 million. Insidious 4 is at almost 50 million. And Last Jedi is at 1,206 million.
That's a lot of Death Stars right there.
All right, we're out of here. We might be back in a few minutes. Take care. Bye for now.